What strategies or treatments have you found most effective in managing your symptoms?
The strategies that I use, or the treatments I use, are, well, first off is medications. I'm on 5 different meds. 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, and then I have my as-needed medication for panic attacks or anxiety attacks that I hit, because when those hit, I become scary. I would rather people look at me as just some stoned idiot than thinking me as a demon, which is what a lot of them have done. Another aspect that I use, and it's something that is a unkept secret with a lot of us, is I do use, I guess you could say, recreational drugs, and I use alcohol to help medicate. Officially, we call this self-medication, but I use it to tune myself down, because sometimes I get so wound up from the ADHD and even the bipolar that I become a raging demon. And sometimes that medication just does not cover it. So after work, it's a beer or a cocktail, sometimes more, depending on what's going on that day and how I'm feeling. You know, I mean, there are days where I have to carry around a dab pen on me because all day long I'm on the edge. And it's every single minute of the day where I'm trying not to lose my collective shit altogether. I'm trying not to be the demon people have told me that I am because of these diagnoses, that I use this. And I come home and I'll eat an edible, or I'll smoke a joint, or whatever, just so that I can not be normal, but not be hostile, not be a threat. I've had so many people who I love and who love me, even now, even though they know what I'm going through, what I have to deal with, that they'll walk away and they'll look at me and they'll have that look in their eye. That look that says, you will hurt me. You are not a person anymore. You are a monster. You are a threat. And that hurts. You have no idea how much that hurts to have someone you love, someone that you may consider a spouse, to look at you like that. It's devastating.
How did you deal with mental illness before your diagnosis and medication?
How I dealt with my mental illness before diagnosis or medication was simply this. I didn't deal with it because I didn't know what it was. Part of it was I thought I was in an environment, or I thought it was stress, or I thought it was a moral failing, and I tried to work around that. It wasn't until I found out what I was and what I had that it became manageable. That was the only time. Before that, it was sometimes not even knowing what I was doing until after the fact, and looking back at it, and then the shame. The people I hurt, not knowing that I had hurt them, or not understanding how I hurt them. That was something that still bothers me, or haunts me, if you will. Even today, even though I'm medicated and I'm trying to get all my meds zeroed in, it still affects me pretty bad.
Is self-medication still part of your regimen? And has self-medication ever gone too far?
Oh yeah, self-medication has gone real far, real quick, a few times. One of the main things I have to do is I have to look at myself. I have to think, should I be doing this? Do I need this right now? Or is it a compulsion? That's a balancing act. That's me going, this is something I'm using to help myself out, but what is it doing to me? Just like any other medication. I mean, one of the biggest drug crises at all times are prescription medications. Medications you need a prescription for. That's not to say you can't get it without a script, because I'm not fucking stupid. And neither are you. However, there are times when I realized I could not function without a drink. And that's when I stopped drinking. And I dried out for about a week or two until I felt, okay, I just want one. I want to have a drink. I want to enjoy a drink. I don't want to need a drink. I don't need a medicinal drink right now. I just want a beer. And that's where I had to keep my mind. The first thought I have when I hear I need a drink is, do you really? And I have to keep that balance there for myself. Self-awareness is one of the biggest tools that I own in dealing with my mental illness, and it's painful. Oh yes, self-medication is definitely part of my regimen. It almost has to be, because the meds help to a certain degree, but daily living, I have to tune down. And I know I said about the weed and the alcohol, but it's true. There are days where if I feel like my mind is racing, I use cannabis. And I know I almost said have to, and I don't like saying have to or I need to. When it comes to these types of substances, because I do enjoy my alcohol, I do enjoy weed. I mean, I'm a bit of a connoisseur when it comes to alcohol, specifically beer and whiskeys. These are things that I find to be hobbies. These are things I'm enjoying. I enjoy the flavor of them. I enjoy finding new ones. I enjoy mixing or pairing with these things. It's something that I find pleasurable. But I also find that the side effects, aka intoxication, helps with some of the more difficult aspects of ADHD and bipolar. It's a hard truth, but really mental illness is a gateway drug to addiction. Because every single one of us out there, every one of us who have had something like this, we will do whatever it takes to alleviate that pain. You look at any animal, any fucking person on this planet, if they're in pain, they're going to find a way to get around that pain. And mental illness is no different. It is painful. It hurts. Why do you think so many of us with bipolar fucking kill ourselves? We want the pain to stop. We want to stop the mania. We want to stop hurting others. We want to stop feeling ostracized and singled out and like we're something subhuman. And these substances takes that away from us. These substances alleviate those problems. And for one sweet moment, we are whole. I mean, I know I'm quoting a really, really raunchy Tool song, but it's true. This is where we are. This is what we do. Do with that information as you will.